Who knows how many people today have Tesla's full self-driving at their fingertips but choose not to use it? This chap's certainly glad he did.
Tonight, a story about a split-second decision that saved a life. When we usually talk about self-driving cars, it's after something goes wrong. A glitch, a failure, an accident. This story is different. On a lonely stretch of Highway 54 in New Mexico, Clifford Lee says he's alive tonight, not because of his own reflexes, but because of his Cybertruck, in full self-driving mode, made the decision for him. Check this out. Keep your eyes on the headlights in the distance. In about 10 seconds, you will see a life or death decision that will take your breath away.
Then it hit me that I almost got killed, actually. I was shaking uncontrollably for a while.
Clifford Lee was heading northbound on a long road trip through New Mexico on Highway 54, using Tesla's full self-driving mode, or FSD.
It is a 2-lane highway.
A massive big rig was heading his way. Behind it, the driver of a pickup truck, growing impatient. All Clifford saw were headlights.
We've all seen this type of reckless driving before, right? Whether the driver of this truck was drunk, incompetent, or just had a death wish. But if not for the safety technology of Tesla's FSD, this would clearly have been a horrific head-on collision with an impact speed of probably around 150 miles per hour, as both look to be travelling at 75 mile an hour plus. Physics isn't very forgiving on a human, let alone vehicles at that kind of speed. It would have been a miracle if anyone survived it, and no doubt caused the rest of the following cars to plough into the wreckage too, because at those speeds they would have been none the wiser to the approaching Cybertruck, as this truck made its deadly manoeuvre.
I think it was like a 5-second out. And around the 3-second, I realized he would not make it. He doesn't look like he was making any progress in front of the semi. And I couldn't tell exactly whether he was already beyond the center line or not, but he was getting so close. I'm traveling 75 at the time. I tried to jerk it and already car was moving.
There was no room for error. An overcorrection would have bounced Clifford's Cybertruck off the guardrail.
And I tried to turn around and FSD must be kicked in. Quite frankly, I don't remember what I did and when I did what.
Here it is, slowed down, and multiple angles. He says FSD surgically maneuvered the Cybertruck out of a potentially deadly head-on collision and saved his life.
I'm so convinced it is FSD.
I was going to say, if luck was a virus, this guy caught it just in time, but it isn't just luck, is it? This chap made the decision to buy a Tesla over anything else. Perhaps he knew about Tesla's FSD and safety track record, perhaps he didn't. But do you really think that if he was in any other manufacturer's vehicle, it would have actively steered around this head-on disaster? Not a chance. It wasn't just luck, it was the best purchasing decision of this guy's life, buying a Tesla. I can't help but wonder why people wouldn't buy one over anything else when they see interventions like this.
This was the only casualty.
And you can kind of see only damage is side window busted and the mirror.
There's cameras in the door pillar right here. There's a camera in that fender right there.
Tesla's full self-driving system relies primarily on cameras, with data from millions of miles used to train its neural networks.
I use it every day. I feel so much safer with FSD.
Cybertruck owner Aaron George showed me how it works.
It's the Mount Bonnell. There we go.
We started off at the CBS Austin studios and set a course for Mount Bonnell, knowing there would be some challenging spots for navigation.
Start self-driving.
It was a little tricky trying to get out of the parking lot, but FSD figured it out. But our first big test, turning onto the 183 frontage road. There are only a few small windows of opportunity to merge into the road safely. Wow. That was a busy intersection.
It was, yes. A lot of cars merging from that off-ramp.
At the stoplight, Aaron showed off how the system tracks every vehicle at the intersection.
A Tesla can pay attention to more on the road than any human because it has more eyeball cameras than us. Pair that with the reaction times of a calculator, and it's easy to see why edge case scenarios like these are being avoided every day. Accidents, collisions, and deaths avoided. My recent interview with David Moss, who drove intervention-free from coast to coast in the USA, highlights some of the challenges that FSD dealt with, from planks of wood in the road to roadkill. FSD avoided it all. Well worth a watch if you missed it, card in the corner, or online and up next. But I can't possibly avoid the elephant in the room sat here in the UK wondering why it is that we can't be trusted to supervise our Teslas as they do in other countries. Why aren't regulators rushing to allow this life-saving technology? I asked David Moss what he thought of FSD being held back in Europe. I think he said it best.
I mean, I think it's absolutely despicable. The longer this waits, the more people that truly die.
Right, back to the clip.
It's absolutely insane. So yes, you can see trucks, pickup trucks, vans behind you.
From busy highway entrance ramps and construction zones, Tesla's FSD safely maneuvered through it all. The system even shows people walking in or around the roadway. As we continued to Mount Bonnell, we started driving through narrow neighborhood streets and avoided trash cans in the road. As we approached our destination, we stopped at a blind intersection.
So it's pretty blinded over there. I'm not able to see a lot of the cars that are coming. So as you can see, it inched up, saw that there's no cars and made that turn.
Then FSD found an open parking spot and backed in. Through the entire trip, Aaron never touched the wheel.
It's so amazing. I mean, every iteration is it's mind-blowing.
For a lot of drivers, full self-driving mode is about convenience. But now, for people like Clifford Lee, it's about something else entirely. Without it, Clifford doesn't think he'd be here today to talk about this near miss.
And it's just amazing. It's just amazing. I realized that this is my second life already. There's no chance that I will survive full impact, 150 miles per hour impact.
As a Tesla content creator of over 3 years, having shared some of the most egregious news stories and reports, I must say it's a pleasure seeing an unbiased, positive news segment like this one, finally about Tesla's life-saving tech. You'd think it'd be worthy news, sharing ways to possibly save one's life with a simple product choice. I can't help but notice the tide of negativity and hate towards Tesla finally turning too. Thinking people seem to have had enough of being told what to think, and evidence such as this video should be the wake-up call of the century to anyone believing Tesla's FSD is dangerous, Elon Musk is bad, and all the tragic attempts to smear the company doing the most to save lives with the advent of autonomy, robo-taxis and cybercabs. But one more good news story to share with you before we finish. Lars from Best in Tesla is back in business 4 weeks after he was hacked and lost his Google account and YouTube channel. Really does show the fragility of relying on Google and YouTube for one's income. But in this case, he got his channel back. There are plenty of smaller accounts who lose everything, never to be returned though. Much needs to be done to resolve these matters far faster. But in this case, and thankfully, welcome back Lars. And do check this out, here's the world's first zero-intervention Tesla FSD coast-to-coast drive exclusive interview with David Moss. Enjoy! I'm Will, this is the Tesla Jigsaw. Thank you patrons, thanks for watching. Bye for now.